Welcome everybody. I have to say today, obviously, you cannot win them all. I'm gonna go ahead, welcome you in. We'll get to the saddest part of the recap. But for everybody that's brand new, please, for everybody, let me welcome you. Whether you're brand new or whether you've been here the entire Major League Baseball season, come on, welcome in. Beat the Streak picks, predictions, and discussion for May 6th. It was not a happy Cinco de Mayo for us, but for everybody that doesn't know, MLB Beat the Streak, and believe me, if you watch baseball, you can be forgiven for not knowing, but it is a contest baseball has, in which if you can correctly pick 57 batters in a row that get a Major League Baseball hit, you can win $5.6 million. No pressure. Actually, a lot of pressure because of the entire decades of doing this contest. Nobody has ever successfully done it. Obviously, including me, because I'll go ahead and get to it. We did not get a hit yesterday. Drake Baldwin hooked us. It was a close game, too. It's 3-2. I was hoping come on, tie this up, give Drake one more at bat, but no, he was not able to get it done. That's unfortunately the way this happens. Riddle me this, Batman. When are you unhappy about a 10-game winning streak when what you needed to win the contest was a 57-game winning streak? As I said, it's virtual. It ain't even virtually. At this point, nobody has ever done it before. That's why, nobody has repeated Joe DiMaggio's feat of getting 56 hits in a row. Both of these things have so far proven impossible for anybody else to do, but honestly, having fun with the chase. And what's that Casey Kasem used to say for my old timers that remember Casey Kasem? Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll be among the stars. So 10 hits in a row, a lot of fun, a lot of good picks, a lot of attention, a lot of subscriptions. Thank you again for the subscription. That reminds me of, if you like what I'm talking about, if you love baseball, if you love Beat the Streak, and I should mention it is free to play. It costs you only your sanity and the hair that you're going to tear out of your head trying to play this. So go ahead, drop a like. Go ahead, leave us a comment. Let us know where your streak is. Let us know how your fantasy baseball team's doing, or just who your favorite team is, or anything baseball related you would like to share with the class. This is that space where we talk about the bad beats, the crazy things that happen. Also, again, good things. We want to celebrate the big hits and also comfort you when you have those losses that we inevitably have on this streak here. Somebody, I really believe somebody, maybe this year, is going to take this contest down. Even if it's not me, I want somebody to do that because I think it actually will help in a lot of ways promote the contest. It's really hard for people to wrap their head around something that has never been done before. I might as well be talking about, jumping off the roof of my house and figuring out how to fly unaided. It can't be done. And I think a lot of people are viewing the Beat the Streak contest this way where it can't be done. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to worry about it. That is, to me, the wrong attitude. As it's often said, I don't think it's mathematically correct, but it's often said in sports that you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I guess in this case, you miss 100% of the swings that you don't take. I don't know exactly how it works, but that's the thing. We're going to keep swinging. Because we frame this and that we're searching for a way to get 57 hits and still trying to figure out a technique that peels off 30, 40, and perhaps 50 hits in a row, it's easy to be blasé about winning 10 in a row, and we should not be blasé about winning 10 in a row. I'm looking at other people's videos. It is really hard for all of us to pick 10 of anything correctly in a row. So I'm going to, pat myself on the back, toot my own horn a little bit. We're going to pick it right back up. We are not going to get down. We're not going to, obviously after you've won 10 in a row, you don't do a whole bunch of dramatic changes to the process because clearly the process was working. It's still working. We believe it's going to continue to work. We're not going to do anything radical. Now, as I put my list together, y'all, before I gave you yesterday Drake Baldwin or any pick, as I go through the course of the research, look at all the things, whether it's stats or, anybody, obviously, I watch other people's videos and read other people's sites too, looking for things. I want to know what everybody is saying. I tell you all the time about when I pick somebody, hey, Beat the Streak tells you that so many people in the top 200 have picked this player. I take all that information in before I do these videos for you. I've got a list of probably easily, could say on a good day, 7 or 8 people that I'm thinking about. And as invariably happens when you have a loss like yesterday, Drake Baldwin didn't get anything. I'm looking at my list of other people that I thought about picking. Damn it, if almost everybody else on that list that I had didn't get a hit. It's frustrating. It's maddening. That's what this contest is, but you can't, you can't go back in time. It's like in fantasy football when you see all the people, your team gets beat by 50 and you look at the bench and there's 100 points on your bench. That's exactly what this feels like. But if I look back across all that, there are also plenty of days where if there's 8 people on my list, maybe the one person that I gave you got a hit, and I look at that list and nobody else got a hit. It really is a game of inches, and it's a game that I do want to say we've been playing very well so far this season. All that said, today we are going to go with one of my favorite players for my favorite team, Chicago Cubs. What could go wrong? Pick a player for your favorite team, but it's the Cubs. Nothing could go wrong. Today's pitcher for the Reds is Brady Singer, and Saya actually is admittedly limited data. 2 out of 3, which has him batting .667 against Brady Singer. Sometimes that happens, it just, even if you're a good pitcher, sometimes a hitter just has your number. This, as I said, very small amount of data, but you can't get to, 10 out of 15 against somebody without first being 2 out of 3 again. Well, I guess you technically can, but you get the idea. You don't get to gaudy numbers against a certain pitcher without those first couple of at-bats to let you know, hey, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So we're gonna believe in him to continue doing that. He did not get a hit yesterday. Now he's not necessarily Luis Arias in terms of not going hitless in back-to-back games. There's been a couple of times this season where he went hitless in back-to-back games, but somebody that's batting around 300 right now, we're gonna hope that he does not do that for us today. As I said, apparently has liked batting against his pitcher in admittedly limited data, but he's playing well. The Cubs are playing well so far. I've been picking things well. We're going to bet on all those things to continue today as I give you Seiya Suzuki and try to hopefully not turn this little blip into a lengthy losing streak. All that said, I will see y'all in the next video.